Have you ever felt like you need a secret decoder ring just to walk down the medicine aisle? Well, today, that's kind of what we're going to do. We're taking one of the most common boxes off the shelf, Mucinex DM, and we're going to deconstruct it piece by piece to find out what all those words and claims really mean. I mean, you know the feeling, right? You're just standing there staring at this wall of boxes, and they're all screaming different things at you. Maximum strength, 12-hour relief, expectorant. Honestly, it feels like you need a PhD just to figure out how to treat a simple cough. So, to make things a little easier, we're going to zero in on just one of them today. We're going to use this box as our roadmap, our guide, to break down all the language, the science, and even the marketing, so you can see exactly what's inside. Okay, so let's start at the most logical place, the problem. What exactly is this box promising to fix? Well, lucky for us, the answer is printed right on the front. The box gets right to the point. It says it's for 4 specific things. That awful, heavy feeling of chest congestion, a cough that just won't go away, and all the, excess mucus and phlegm that comes with it. This is the core promise. This is why you'd pick it up in the first place. All right, so to figure out how it's supposed to do all that, we have to become detectives and decode the active ingredients. In this case, there are 2 main players doing all the heavy lifting, something called Guaifenesin and another called Dextromethorphan, which, you guessed it, is the DM. Okay, so that first ingredient, Guaifenesin, is called an expectorant. And yeah, that's a pretty fancy, sciencey word, but what it does is actually pretty simple. It doesn't stop you from coughing. In fact, it does the opposite. It makes your coughs more productive by thinning out and loosening all that gunk in your chest. And then you've got Dextromethorphan, the DM part, which is a cough suppressant. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because its job seems to be the exact opposite. It actually works on your brain to quiet down that cough reflex, to give you a break from that constant hacking. So you've got this really cool push and pull system going on inside one little tablet. The Guaifenesin is there to make your coughs more effective at clearing stuff out, while the Dextromethorphan is telling your body, hey, let's cough a little less. It's this 2-pronged attack, tackling the problem from both sides. So what about that big maximum strength label plastered on the front? Is that just marketing hype? Well, not really. It's directly connected to how much of those 2 active ingredients they managed to pack into a single tablet. Let's look at the actual numbers. First up, you have a whopping 1,200 milligrams of Guaifenesin, the expectorant. That is a pretty significant dose, and it's all aimed at really breaking up that stubborn chest congestion. And then that's combined with 60 milligrams of Dextromethorphan, the cough suppressant. It's this specific high-dose formula that lets them put that maximum strength claim right on the box. Okay, so we've got the what and the how strong, but what about the how long? The box says 12 hours of relief, so what's the secret? Well, it's not just about the medicine itself, it's actually about the tech inside the tablet. And again, the box just tells us the answer flat out. It says our original bilayer tablet provides immediate and extended release. That bilayer part, that's the whole magic trick behind the 12-hour promise. So here's how it works. Think of it like a 2-stage rocket. When you take the pill, one layer dissolves right away to give you some fast-acting relief. But the second layer is designed to dissolve super slowly, releasing the rest of the medicine over the next several hours. And that 1-2 punch is how they make it last for up to 12 hours. Pretty clever, right? All right, we've hit all the big claims, but every medicine box has that, fine print. And it's super important. This section covers the practical stuff. Who should be taking it, how you should use it, and even a little tip on how you might pay for it. So the fine print covers the must-knows. This is for adults and kids who are 12 and older. And of course, you should always use it as directed. It also points out that it's often eligible for payment with an FSA or HSA, but it's always a good idea to double-check your own plan. Now, for anyone who has one of these accounts, this is a pretty big deal. An FSA or HSA lets you use pre-tax dollars for medical expenses. Since that money was never taxed in the first place, using it on products like this is kind of like getting an automatic discount. Pretty nice perk. Okay, last but not least, let's look at how the box tries to earn your trust. It's not just about what it does, it's also about making you believe in the product. There are specific little details on here designed to signal quality and credibility. And these signals, they're subtle, but they're really powerful. You've got a direct promise, quality you can trust. You've got a very specific manufacturing detail, saying an ingredient is made without benzene, which is there to make you feel safe. And then you have the big guns, third-party endorsements, name-dropping surveys from industry players like IQVIA and Pharmacy Times. It's all there to build your confidence before you even get it home. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, a medicine box is way more than just a piece of cardboard. It's a really dense document. It's full of science, directions, and these little signals of trust. And once you learn how to read one of them, you really gain the skill to understand all of them. It makes you a much more empowered, informed consumer. So, we've decoded the claims, we've broken down the ingredients, and we've uncovered the technology. The next time you find yourself in that pharmacy aisle, you're not just going to see a confusing wall of words. You're going to see a story. So the real question is, now that you know how to read the box, what are you going to look for next?